Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity. Um, we're searching. I don't know how to say this. Breith Eaman. This is the cave that we ended the last episode. Let's see what it's got in here. I did make camp in between episodes. Get me a little much needed rest.
Hey.
It's actually. Maybe you go after that one. I'll help.
How may I help?
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Shadow!
That's it!
I think we're not in a horrible spot.
Ready, Watcher.
Yes?
Ready, Watcher. Get on!
No.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Hey.
What? Levaru beyond sea.
All right. That wasn't too bad.
Hey.
The ancient Aedra still bears the impression of 1,000 souls broken upon it. Your soul burns, remembering the suffering.
Of course.
Excellent. Interesting. A unique weapon. That's something I haven't done in a while. I need to do some inventory management next time we get to. All right, looks like that path is broken. So, let's try this one.
Brave Dalfilathilim.
We got another shade there.
Following your lead.
Hey.
I see. Now we're all like stuck. Kana is just standing there. Okay.
Huh?
shade seems to have disappeared.
Damn!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Oh, where'd this one come from? Oh, he just summoned.
Aye?
Why are you getting so close?
Hey. All right then.
What we got going on here? Pillar tugs at your essence and a pulse from the world itself moves through it. Okay.
Breith Eaman.
Hey. Huh? Aye?
I'm here.
Following your lead.
Can't get a good shot with this.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
Ready, Watcher.
Kinda got through. He's gonna get beat up over there.
What?
Can't get a good shot with this.
Kind of somehow not as beat up anywhere near as I would expect him to be at this point.
How may I help? Lava will be on seek! Yeah?
Save that.
I'm here.
That's not very helpful.
He's down. Let's go actually.
Yeah?
Go around this way. Go that way.
Ready, Watcher.
Help out with that.
What?
Halt this guy. And what do we do with
Hey.
that? Try to get that guy too.
Aye?
We don't really want to sicken our own guys.
Ready, Watcher.
Useless!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Hey.
All right, not too bad. It's going much smoother than the mercenaries and all the other fights we were going after.
All right, then.
Man, what happened there? Well, there was a little animation that said you guys had some health back. We're not even close to good enough mechanics to do that, so I guess that chest will have to leave behind, unfortunately. Where are we on the map? Okay, so this is where that path will connect with it. Okay. Oh. A column of Aether rises above you, stoic and silent. Its ridge layers measuring slick for the passing of ages. You feel a thick block of ice as you perceive, buried deep in the core, a dim flickering flame, but all extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. As you approach the flame, it's steady and draw strength. The layers separating it from you melt away. You're bathed in a glow of beacon of light blue. Glow seems to fade as you had adjusted its intensity. Where it was, Iovara sleeps, and the idyllic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Interesting.
So my love returns to me at long last.
So it seemed.
You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
It would seem that I have unfinished business here.
I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. Has it eluded you all this time?
I kind of think so.
I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wotica and to blame Animancy for the damage she's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
There's something about that lifetime, my soul, I can't let go of. I need to know what it is. I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also.
Oh?
It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Iovara's mouth tightens, her brow furrows, a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
Uh-oh. Didn't we just talk to gods? What do you mean?
Huh. I dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
That can't be the case, right? We've literally talked to them.
She's not serious.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution. There's a theory puts my boldest to shame. But we ourselves have seen the gods' influence.
That doesn't seem possible.
Yeah. Yeah, the way the main story's played out, that does not seem possible.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Yeah, how'd you discover this?
The Nguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Uh-oh. Later on, I left the order. A few Ithwayans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They reveled what I did not already know. So this is why you started your own faith.
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
So who created these, pseudo-gods, and for what reason?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people.
Oh?
In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Nguithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators.
Okay.
Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone.
Interesting.
It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
Is it true what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself as you once did.
Okay.
Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Iovara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in return, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
Yeah, that'd be a big deal. She's looking at Eder.
But that's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not.
Interesting.
What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much. But it was not until now that I understood how truly desperate she was. The depths of her deception.
Oh boy, I think the priest is on board.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her words? A gap that you filled with your own broken thoughts?
Beads of sweat coalesce on Durance's forehead, trickle down the sides of his face in streaming rivulets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Her eyes settle on Aloft.
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion. If all our common threads are spun from a lie, what's left to bind us together?
She looks at Kana.
All of us across Iovara are trying to survive, to make sense of the world. What could better bind us together than that struggle?
That's actually a pretty valid point. That could definitely work.
We'll find our own truths. Make them if we must. We don't need an ancient lie to bolster us. United, the Angwithans created gods. Mortal men and women coming together to do the impossible. Let us surpass them.
Ah, yeah. I like Kana's mentality.
What if our burdens come to us not because they are meant to be, but because they happen to be?
All the more reason to cast them off. We have no guarantees beyond this life. Better to enjoy our days while we can.
Fair enough. What if we can be assured of nothing? Best build our own strength so that we can bear it.
It's the trials, Watcher, that make us what we are. Have I not always said so?
Yet strength is not given, but earned, and always in proportion to its cost. What will you sacrifice for yours, and who will pay the toll? I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do. Even without assurances, there's still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures, and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
I was afraid what Theos might do if I don't agree to it.
Woodica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own. Good. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because
I doubted you? I needed to know it wasn't because after everything you learned, you'd still rather believe a lie. Fair enough. If that's the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Let's see, did my opinion matter so much to you?
of all that I loved you for, it was your righteousness most of all. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to convince everyone of anything. True or not, there will always be a
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish your forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Though I didn't know your reason, I knew you. I knew we had had something wonderful once. Looking back at that has helped me through these many years.
Fair enough.
At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish.
Steps of the wheel.
Now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs.
Oh, that is
Yet
what we're
if there is
chasing after.
anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Let's see here. You know what it is I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
So are you bound here till the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Breith Eaman, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the site of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle.
Dang.
This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
Yep. The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing.
Interesting.
But these souls, these forgiven, the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You can be free of this place.
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty, even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
So why do you think Theos did all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he.
Okay.
If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
And what's the deal with this Sun and Shadow place? I could tell what you believe, but again, it would be no proof. I have only what I've seen and what others told me about it. There's only one man who can tell you about it now, who knows it to certainty, and you'll just have to face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself, make your own judgments. Okay? How do I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Iovara. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
Alright, beat him up. Gotcha. Alright, it's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
Let's see. Your defiance here is just an illusion. You're a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof the gods' dominion over us. What are you suggesting? I can disintegrate your soul, make you cease to exist. At least give her relief. I don't think that's a bad idea. Then I would be no different than the other souls the gods have broken in this palace. I do not wish to stop fighting them. Alright, fine.
I am grateful you came and found me here, no matter the circumstances. You're not exactly who you once were, I have to remind myself. But seeing you one last time, and remembering what we shared, brief as it was better than anything I dared hope for in this place. If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
I have a feeling that's not the case. Alright. That was a big old exposition dump. Let me check the map real quick. Make sure. Okay, so this goes down to the staircase here, so I haven't missed anything.
All right, then.
And unfortunately, I think we're about out of time. That'll have to be the end of the episode. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a good one.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Yes, it is, Allah. Yes, it is.